Good morning, Trojan faithful. Welcome to this exhibition matchup we have this morning between your Findlay Trojan Peewee Gold in their alternate black uniforms playing the Sylvania Maple Leafs. They'll be in green today. Hockey action continues if you're just joining us from the USA Gold Medal game. Congrats to Team USA. Great OT win to capture the gold. So men's and women's hockey both come home with gold in the Olympics, both on overtime winners. So exciting week of hockey so far. We'll get ready to start out here with the face-off first period. We've got Mason Cooper to take face-off. He'll have Mason Beach and Ben Grace with him. Ricky Nichols and Henry Fort on defense, and Finn Biggs starting in net in period one. As we get ready to drop the puck, do that hockey. Goalies are ready. Puck is dropped. Mace Cooper gets that back to Mason Beach, who then gets that back to Henry Fort. Trying to stick that forward, but then collected by Mason Beach, but then out with a shot. Finn Biggs got a little bit of glove on it. That was wide. Ricky Nichols now over the corner. That comes out in front, tied up. Nice tie up by Fort as Mason Cooper sticks that to the side. Now he's going to collect and wrap around the back of the net. Move forward, try to make a man miss. He's tripped up, hand in the air. We're going to have a penalty off the rip and a power play for the Trojans. Ricky Nichols has it. Finn Biggs goes to the net for the extra skate, or goes to the bench for the extra skater. Dumped in. George Homewood now coming off the bench. He's going back. Looks like they'll touch. And your Trojans will go on a power play for tripping to number, it's like 97 for Sylvania. Now George Homewood out to take the face-off. Defense still the same. Cooper and Grace out there with them on wing. Trying to get that back over to Cooper. Sylvania collects. They're going to push out of the zone. Fort turns around, poke checks a little bit, plays the body. Skater takes a shot off the side of the net for Sylvania. Now Nichols has it. He's going to move towards center ice. He's got some room. He's going to go across, but we're going to have offside. So a neutral zone face-off here. Sloan and Eddie Homewood now out on defense. Same offensive line. That's Peter Koski, not Grace out there on the wing. Peter Koski takes it, flips it down to the opposite corner. Dump and chase here for the Trojans. Mishandled in the corner. George has it. He gets it over to Ryland Peter Koski. Ryland trying to flip one up, loose in front, tipped again. Saved by the goaltender for Columbus, as Homeland was right there trying to tip that in as well.
Jump right!
Puck is dropped. George Homeland has it, trying to get a shot that's blocked and tipped out of the zone.
He's coming! He's coming!
One on, Eddie Homewood racing back. He's going to fire that against the boards to Webb Sloan. Webb Sloan's going to collect. He's going to get that up to River Archer, came off the bench. George Homewood now with some contact, knocks him off the puck. Peter Koski gets that up to Archer. Archer trying to spin, now chipped up to George Homewood. Now he's going to try to evade a couple people. He's still got the puck playing off the boards. Cuts to the middle, gets held up. That bounces back out. Webb Sloan has it now, hits the brakes. Nice little spin. He's going to go the outside. He's going to get that to Peter Koski. Peter Koski now takes it down the corner, tried to flip it back, gets it back to Sloan. Sloan tried to dump it back down into the corner. And now looking at an icing here, and we got one as they kill the penalty Sylvania does, but we'll have an offensive zone face-off. So we get a line change. Burkhart, Schwab, and Schaaf out there now with Fort and Nichols on defense. Burkhart's big face-off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped, goes back towards the net. Just evades the crease there. Burkhart in the corner. That gets kicked out. Nichols is there. He's got one man on him. He goes opposite ice towards Schwab, bounces off his skate. Schwab stays with it though. So does Schaaf over there, jumps it into the zone. Now Schaaf trying to get through. Looked like some interference there. No call. Burkhart in the pursuit behind the net. Holding that up. Bodies tumble. That gets kicked out to the side. Looking for a centering pass. Couldn't get up, but they used the boards. Fort back now. He's got one man on. He's going to go wrap it opposite side of the boards, but here comes Sylvania collecting it, but then poked away or back to the corner. Centering pass. Biggs gets that out of there. And then loose in front, chipped aside by Henry Fort. Now Fort follows it, collects, trying to get that up the boards. Mason Cooper there too. He chips it forward and then chips it through the defense. And now he's trying to break free, but sticked aside. Center comes out. Mason Beach there too. Nice play there by Mason Cooper. Forced him to lose the puck and then lost at the line there. So Columbus collects, re-enters the zone on sides. Loses the puck. Cooper's got it. Now he's got a little bit of room in open ice. He's going to pull that forward, get that to Ben Grace. Ben Grace is streaking down the left side. He tried to pull it back. Looked like he was trying to get a shot off that hit his stick. Played up along the boards. That's loose. Is going to get out of the zone. But Beach has it now. He's going to cut back towards the middle, try to get that up towards Grace. That goes out to the corner. Played along the boards, kept in by Teagarden. Then out of the zone. Sloan has it now. Sloan's going to go opposite side of the boards. Mason Beach is there. Icing waved off. Touched by the defense of Sylvania. Now Laura Teagarden's got a break here. He takes a shot. Oh, hits the side of the net. Out there. Webb Sloan on the pinch. Now takes it down to the corner. Now takes it behind the net. He gets tripped up. Leaves it for Grace. Now Grace battling. Sylvania takes it opposite side. Kept in by Sloan. Beach has it now. Trying to get that to the middle to Grace. In Grace's skates. Tied up. Beach tries to get it out now. Beach does. Fires one at the net. Oh, just goes forward. Teagarden now. Tried to loop that to the side. Grace is there too. Grace comes out with it in the corner. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. No, we're not. Never mind. Thought that was a whistle. Now we're going to have a stoppage of play for an icing. We'll take that. Well, George Homewood out there with River Archer, Rylan Peterkoski. Homewood takes face off, puts it towards the net. Sloan tried to get that roll off his stick. So now Sylvania on a breakaway. A bunch of Trojan jerseys back now. Tried to get a shot. That couldn't make it through traffic. Now collected by Peterkoski. He gets that up to Archer, but chipped back in. And then chipped out to the front by Peterkoski and then Homewood. Stopped by the skate of Sloan. Sloan trying to get that up to Homewood through the middle of the ice. That's intercepted. But then there's Homewood again with it. He's going to get that out of the zone. Force Sylvania to reset. Moving it up the ice. That's off of a skate. Now sent into the zone behind the net by Sylvania. Webb Sloan has it now. He's going to go towards the center of the ice. Right at the defender for Sylvania. Now sent to the corner. Teagarden tried to chip that up. Now Sloan tips it out. Peterkoski's there. He tried to move that forward, but mishandled by the defense now. River Archer in there. Trying to cause a little chaos. Hits the skate of a ref. Kept in the zone, but then knocked out. But then jumping that up was Henry Fort. Now Fort tried to split a couple people. Puck just evaded him. Now George Homewood hustles back to go get it. He's got Sloan. Or he's got Archer. Archer's got some room. Archer gets that to Peterkowski. Peterkowski with the shot. Glove save. Great passing by the Trojans, though, and great awareness as they saw the line change and the breakdown and were able to move that puck very efficiently. Get an opportunity there. So now we have a line change. Burkhardt out takes face-off. He'll have Schaaf and Schwab with him. Fort and Eddie Homewood back on defense. Puck is dropped. Burkhardt fighting for it in the middle. Gets back to the defense for Columbus. He pursues. Wrapped around the corner of the boards. Eddie Homewood's there. Gets tipped out of the zone. Got a potential 2-on-1 starting here. Fort is back. Nice poke check by Fort to break that up. Now Fort's going to play that up the boards and cause an offsides there. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off as Too Many Green in before the puck. Now Burkhardt with the face-off for the Trojans. Sticks that to the side, bounces over the skate of Schaaf. Fort kicks that out of the zone. Sylvania, barely on sides there. Fort again with a good poke check. Gets it to Burkhardt. Burkhardt plays it off the wall to Schaaf. Schaaf's got it now. He's skating through the neutral zone. He tips it down deep into the zone. Schaaf now with the stick lift, try to get that puck. Sylvania defense collects. They bang it up against the wall. That goes down the ice. That's probably going to be an offside or icing. Nope, they're going to say played because Homewood touched the puck there at the blue line. So now Sylvania trying to work the puck for a shot. That doesn't get through. Burkhardt's got it now. He's going to carry. He's going to chip that out of the zone. Gets run into. Loses the puck at the blue line. Sylvania keeps it in. Errant pass. Schaaf is over there in the corner. Now gets dumped back behind Eddie Homewood now with it. Schwab moving up the ice. Homewood battling in the corner. Gets knocked down. Nice second effort from his skates by Homewood. Nice stick lift there by Schaaf. And now Homewood's got it again. He's going to try and kick that out, but it hits the skate of a defender. But then Schwab there pushes it forward. Now coming off the ice, or off the bench, is Mason Beach. He's going to move that forward, and he's going to keep going. He throws that in. He gets hit. We're going to have a penalty for roughing. Good effort by Mason Beach there. As the captain, number 13, goes to the box for boarding. And a game misconduct, it looks like. So this may be, he may be down for at least 5 minutes here. But in the box for 1:30. Referees explain the situation to the coaches. And they do have a misconduct, so they're going to throw another player in the box. So Mason Cooper out to take the face off. He'll have Mason Beach and Ben Grace with him to start this power play. Nichols and Teagarden out on defense. Let's see if they can find the back of the net here with the man advantage. Oh, Teagarden sends one to the center. Just missed the skate or the stick of Cooper. Sending it down the length of the ice is Sylvania, and that'll be an icing. So we'll bring it down and do this face off again. Now Cooper takes face off again for the Trojans. Gets that back, tried to get it back to a forward, but Sylvania collects on it. Now Sylvania looking to go forward. Cut in and glove saved by Finn Biggs, so poked away by the efforts of Nichols and Teagarden there. Allow that puck to roll towards Biggs. Biggs able to put a glove on it and freeze it, so we'll now have a defensive zone face off to the blocker hand side of Finn Biggs. Puck leaves the zone, going for a play, but it's like a Findlay players got tripped up. So we'll do this face-off again. George Holman comes out now as another forward here on the power play. Puck is dropped. Gets it back to Homewood.
Go!
Off the boards. Going for Ben Grace. He's going to make the puck before the line. He's going to fire a shot. Oh, that hits a stick. He's still got it, though. Loose in front, trying to tip that aside. Sticks by the Maple Leafs. Get that over to the other side of the boards. Looking to clear are the Maple Leafs. They do. Mason Cooper back, has the puck, collects, moves it forward. But then Maple Leafs bring it in for a shot. Nice block by Cooper. He's going to get that puck, and he's going to start to get ahead of steam. And he cuts to the outside, almost gets tripped up. Tried to move that towards the middle. Just picked off by Sylvania. Nice play there by George Homewood. They get that up. Webb Sloan's got it now. He's got a couple people with him. He finds Mason Cooper. Cooper tried to get that through, and now Sylvania on a break. Webb Sloan coming back. We got 3 black jerseys. Sloan, nice play, cuts them off. Fort now pushes it to the corner. Now back behind the net. Webb Sloan has it. He's going to circle, survey options. He's going to fire that up the boards to George Homewood. Sylvania picks that up, but it comes back out to Sloan. Sloan's going to chip that out of the zone, backhand. Ryland Peterkowski there too, causing some problems. Ties it up in the neutral zone area. We have some contact. Fort held his own. Nice job there. And now bringing it in is Homewood. Homewood now fires a shot. That goes just wide. Oh, no, not just wide. Collected by the goaltender for Sylvania on a sliding glove. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Trojans with just under 3 minutes left here in the first. All square at 0. George Homewood takes face-off for the Trojans, gets that over to Peter Koski. Fort now with some contact, and we're going to have a penalty on the Trojans. So we'll get a look at the Trojan penalty kill here as Henry Fort got his shoulder into him, and we'll have a look here. We'll have Peter Koski and George Homewood out to start this penalty kill. Puck is dropped. Going back and forth between the defenses. Sylvania. Peter Koski jumping up to try to tip that away. Sloan's got it now after that shot missed the net. Sloan's going to push a little bit here. He's going to find a little open ice. He's going to try to go coast-to-coast, flip one forward. He gets tripped up, so now we're going to go 4-on-4 for a little bit here. Nice hustle play by Sloan. Try to tip that in like Brody Nelson earlier today on the first goal for USA. So now we're going to have 77 with the trip. Puck is dropped. Homewood gets that back to Sloan. Sloan's going to look and then dump down behind the net. Peter Koski there trying to wrap them up behind the net. That cuts back out, comes out to Homewood. Try to get Peter Koski in the middle. It's still loose. Peter Koski is charging towards the corner, trying to make a play on it. Gets the puck. Now battling behind the net again. Defense for Sylvania comes out with it. They pass up. Pass goes a little too far. Sloan with it. Tries to go to Homewood, opposite ice, tip it in. So then that's going to be offsides as Teagarden brought it in, but we had a skater in the zone. So 33 seconds left to the penalty for the Trojans, 57 to the one for the Maple Leafs. So we'll get short time on the power play here. We can get through these next 33 seconds. River Archer takes face off. He's got Burkhardt out there with him as well. Teagarden has it now. Teagarden chips that forward. into the offensive zone. Sylvania collects, but Teagard in there. Poke check, trying to move that along the boards. Still staying with it is Teagarden. Teagarden's got it. He's got Burkhardt in the middle, fires a shot. Oh, just tipped aside. Burkhardt there. Then Teagarden gets it! Nice work there, boys. And the 4-on-4 produces a goal for the Trojans as they go up 1. And they're saying still 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds here. So cleared that penalty inadvertently, but now Eddie Homewood's got it. He goes towards the middle, brings that forward. River Archer tried to keep that in. That bounces over his skate. Now Schaaf out of, coming off the bench, out of the box. They get that up to Burkhardt. Burkhardt now, cross-ice pass to Schaaf. That gets tipped aside, but trying to keep that in was Eddie Homewood. That just evades as it hits his skates. Now Burkhardt there along the boards, chips that back, and then dumped into the zone by Sylvania. Biggs out to play it, leave it for Nichols. Nichols now finds Schaaf through the middle. River Archer out now. Now Schwab's got it. Schwab tried to throw that deep. That's loose in front. Archer's trying to go for it. Collected by Sylvania, kept in by Nichols. Tried to put it in deep again, then bounced out of the zone. And then dumped back in. Sylvania has it, moves it up through neutral ice. Fort is back, Nichols is back. Nice play by Fort to get that to the side. Player falls on his own accord there. Moves up the boards to Schaaf. Schaaf's pushing. He finds Archer. Archer now backhands that into the zone, and he's going to chase. He's still got it. He's got a little bit of room here, and that's the end of the period, and he gets bumped into. But after 1, Trojans up. Lawyer Teagarden to Burkhardt to Teagarden on that one. So teams are going to talk about it, switch sides, and join us back here momentarily for the start of an exciting second period. All right, welcome back to the start of the second period. All teams at full strength. Mason Cooper to take the face off. He'll have Ben Grace and Mason Beach out there with him. Henry Fort, Ricky Nichols on defense. Finn Biggs in net to start the second as well. Puck is dropped. And coming out with it is Ben Grace out of the fray. He's going to stick that to the corner. He's still got it. Sends one to the front. Almost tipped in by Mason Cooper. That's sent all the way down the length of the ice. Will it get to the line? We don't know. It looks like it will, and that's going to be an icing. So we'll take it all the way back. So right out of the gate here, off the rip, Trojans with a good chance. See if they can keep the pressure going here. Increase this lead. Mason Cooper with the face-off, ties it up, gets it back to Fort. Fort dumps it down into the corner now. Hard shot around the boards. Ricky Nichols there collects, though. Centering pass. Oh, just gets sticked aside. collapsing defense by the Trojans, and almost a penalty as Cooper gets knocked over. Surprised they didn't call a cross check on that, but guy did have the puck. But now Mason Cooper has it. They're going to push. He's going to dangle around a couple people and find some more open ice. He's going to try to split him, stick in the way, but he stays with it. Down in the corner, centering pass off the back, but he gets it back. Tries to put that in front again. Puck loose, tipped to the side by Sylvania. Now looking for a centering pass, but jumped by Mason Cooper, but then cleared the zone by Sylvania. Henry Fort trying to beat one man back. He's got it, plays it along the boards. As they change, that goes free. Pops out to Mason Cooper. He gets it out to Ben Grace. Now we've got a 3-on-2 here. Grace tries to put that forward, chipped ahead. Sloan comes in. Beach has it. Oh, that's sent to the side there. Too many bodies in the way. Good effort there by the Trojans. Step in though, and then chipped out finally by Sylvania. But Mason Cooper plays it along the boards, chips it back in. Goes deep into the corner. Sylvania has it, flips that up the boards. Weird bounce off the boards, tips back. George Homewood has it now, coming off the bench. He's going to fire one towards the net, hits the stick of a defender for Sylvania. Chipped out Laura Teagard and racing back to get it. He's got one on him. Tried to turn that one. He plays it. Gets behind the net, pushes it forward, still has it, off the boards. Collected by River Archer and then tipped out of the zone. Still tipped forward. Sylvania collects. George Homewood there. Nice work with the stick by Homewood to hold that up. From his feet, or from his knees, Homewood's still working. Peter Kofsky is there joining him as they're trying to push this puck across the center line. Finally battled back by Sylvania. Webb Sloan's going to collect and reset behind the net. He's going to hit the brakes, go the other way, look for a little more room. He's got some open ice in the middle. And he's going to lead a charge, push it to the outside as we got Trojans bearing down on the net. He's going to fire one, try to centering pass. That hit a stick. Now Peter Kofsky there, he tries to get that back to the defense, but that's chipped out. And now we've got a 2-on-1. River Archer there. Finn Biggs. Oh, hits the post! Left top shelf, hit the post. Now battling in the corner. Homewood comes up with the puck, chips that up the side, collected by Columbus. Centering pass, tipped away by Peter Kofsky. Not out of the zone though. Long stick of the defender for, sorry, not Columbus, but Sylvania gets that out there. Now center ice pass to George Homewood. He's going to get across the line, dump that in. Line changes here. Cross ice pass. Tip forward, Nichols on his horse, getting back there along with Eddie Homewood. Out in front, loose, across, no shot. River Archer has it now. Archer trying to move that forward to Burkhart. Tipped aside as there was a bunch of bodies in the way. Eddie Homewood's going to move that up to Harrison Schaaf. Schaaf's going to try to tip that out of the zone. He does. Forcing to collect, and offsides is Sylvania.
Go, Hank.
Burkhart takes face off for the Trojans now. Schwab and Schaaf out there with him. Gets it back to Eddie Homewood. Gets that back to Schaaf. Now over to Nichols. Trying to get that up to the middle of Burkhart. Burkhart chips it to the side. Now is racing to the boards for it. Board battling. Chips that into the zone. Now Sylvania plays that out to open ice in the center. Nice play there by Homewood to knock that back. Collected by Sylvania. Guy tried to split. Nichols had nothing to do with that. Puck comes out loose in the middle. Nice job there by Nichols on the stick lift. And we're going to have a player getting up. All right, no whistle there. So now Nichols along the boards still has it in the corner. Gets that back to Burkhart. Burkhart now has it. He's going to try to find some space. He finds Schwab. Schwab takes the shot, gets knocked. We got a player down. Schwab gets up under his own power. Good to see that. He'll head over to the bench. And we'll get an offensive zone line change here. As Cooper, Beach, and Grace will come out. Teagarden and Ford on defense. And we're going to have a penalty to number 7. So we'll get another look at a Trojan power play here. Trying to get that back. Or the Trojans, Teagarden has that to line. He's trying to backhand that to Grace. Grace still has it. Grace throws one towards the net. It's loose. Kept in by Fort. Fort tries to tip one forward. Now Mason Beach has it. He fires a shot. Oh, that hits the skates of a player in front. And now comes back out. Fort's got it. Gets it over to Beach. Now that's back out to Cooper. Cooper fires one off of a player. Then Beach gets the rebound, fires one. That goes off of another player in front. So wide of the net. That's tipped out hard. It's a skate race. And then Finn and Cooper aside, but shot goes wide and high over Biggs. Grace now tried to push that forward, and now we've got we had some extracurriculars after the play, so Cooper going for interference. Now we'll skate 4-on-4. George Homewood, Ben Grace now out there, along with Fort and Teagarden still. And we're going to do a goal change midway through the second here, since we only got one game today. So Henry Yates coming in for net. Good job by Biggs in the first period and a half here. Puck is dropped. Homewood now trying to chip that out, collected by the defense. Shot fired. Nice stop by Yates off the rip, coming in. Now Ben Grace has it. He's going to move that up around the boards. They're going to race for it. Grace there in pursuit. He's still on him. Got his stick in the way. George Homewood has it now. Tried to play that along the boards. That comes out. Teagarden's got it now. Teagarden gets that over to Grace. He's got a little room. He's going to dump that into the zone and pursue. Back down into the corner now. Now, back at full strength is Sylvania. Playing that along the boards is Fort. Homewood comes in too. Coming off the bench, they had that extra skater, but they didn't see him now. Centering pass, but too far ahead. Grace now paddling in the corner for it. Sylvania still has it. Shot on Yates. Gloved it and holds on. So 21 seconds left to the penalty kill for the Trojans. Nichols and Sloan will come out for defense. Archer and Peter Koski out on offense. Puck is dropped. Archer trying to win that. Still stuck in his skates. Try to get it to the side now. Gets it out of the zone. Couple seconds left. That goes back to Nichols on the dump in. He's going to play that up the boards. They look to bring that in. Cut off by Archer. Good job there. Nichols has it. Looking up. Coming out of the box is Cooper. He's got to step on a couple guys. He's going to cut back. He's going to fire a shot. That hits a player in front. Goes back at his feet. Collected by Sylvania, but Nichols has it now. Nichols going to move that to the corner. Nichols now circling. Finds Cooper in the middle. Fires a shot. Loose in front. Off the save. Chipped aside. Sloan's got it. Sloan's going to get that over to Cooper in the corner. Going to get that to Sloan. Oh, goes, bounces over a couple sticks. There were two Trojans there. But now, look in the front. Grace trying to Archer trying to tuck one in there. Sloan playing it along the wall. knocked out by Sylvania, but then collected by Cooper. Cooper's going to cross-ice pass that to Nichols, but that goes through his skates. Sylvania collecting up at the top, looking for a shot. Loses the puck. Cooper's got it now. He's going to try to get ahead of steam. He's going to try to skate through a couple people. He gets hooked up. That's going to be a penalty. As the captain, again, number 3, goes in the box for a hook. So we'll get another look at a Trojan power play. Great time for them to put another puck in the back of the net and increase their lead if they can here. George Homewood out with Mason Cooper, Ben Grace, Sloan, and Nichols on defense. Under 5 minutes left here in the second. Cooper knocks that towards the net, tried to get one to go. Then coming in on a break, off of his skate, and that goes over Yates for a short-handed goal as they went high glove hand side to tie the game up.
Stop, Ben, get one.
So now a couple explanations from the ref. Not sure what it's about, but George Homewood to take the face off for the Trojans now. And now that comes out. Mason Cooper's got it. He's going to take it to the outside. He's going to center one, try to get it to Homewood, who was cutting towards the middle, but it's sticking away by Sylvania. But now Ricky Nichols with a nice play. He's going to take that in. He's going to try to play behind the net. Still got it now. Poked away by Sylvania. Bounces over the stick of Cooper. Fort back there too. Nice chip by Fort. Make the play. Sent by Grace. They've got odd man numbers here. So we've got a 3-on-2 now, a 3-on-3. But Grace tried to get that back to the corner, but now Homewood's got it. He's going to push to the corner. Now kicked out. Fort's down there now. Fort pinned against the wall. Cooper there tried to make a play on it as well. Calls for the bench to ice it. Held in by Nichols. Nichols now evades a couple players. Tried to send one center. And then that's going to be an icing by Sylvania. So now 14 seconds left on the power play for the Trojans. Burkhardt out to take the face off. He'll have Schaaf and Schwab with him. Sloan and Teagarden back on defense. Burkhardt gets that to the side. Tying it up along the boards. Now sends it back behind the net. Sylvania's going to have one coming out of the box here in a moment, but still kept in. Sent back down. Teagarden now pursuing. Got Burkhardt in the corner. He's going to send it to the middle. Schwab's there. Schwab tried to get a shot off. From his knee, Schwab keeps it in. Gets it to Schaaf. Schwab still got it. Now poked aside. Sylvania comes out with it. Tied up at the line. Sylvania kicks it forward. And now they've got it, and they send it down deep into the zone. Sloan's going to go back and collect.
Because you have so many trophies on.
He's going to get that up to Schwab. Tips that out of the zone. Burkhardt there tries to pick a pocket almost, but now he's got the puck back to him. Tries to go split a couple people. He's got it. He's moving through center. Gets that over to Schaaf, but just off his stick. Schaaf now battling. Tried to center one. Burkhardt tied up. Schwab over there now in the corner. Tried to make a play on it, poke it away, but Sylvania comes out with it. Now they're charging through. 3-on-3. Fires a shot. Glove saved by Yates. Now Archer out stick face off. He'll have Beach and Peter Koski with him. Sloan and Teagarden out on defense. Archer gets that back. Sloan plays that off the ice. Beach off the boards. Beach is racing. But that's going to be an icing. Good play design there by the Trojans, but just couldn't get that to pull off. So we'll go back and do it again. So Archer now face off again for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. That gets tipped back to the defense. Fires a shot. That goes off Mason Beach. Great block by Beach. Got right in front of that. Then held up at the line by Peter Koski. Stick to side. Archer has it. He's going to hit the brakes, turn around. He's going to try to chip that out to Beach. Beach gets run into, but it's picked up by Sloan. Sloan's going to chip that around to the corner. He's going to go after it. He's going to throw it in front. Off the net. Oh, Archer almost got a stick on it. Peter Koski now has it. He's going to throw it back down behind the net. Archer's there trying to pursue. Chipped up by Sylvania. Kept in by Teagarden. Teagarden knocks that back down to Archer. Players incidentally fall in, but Peter Koski comes out with it. He's going to chip one towards the net. Stopped by the stick of Sylvania. Goes up front. Nice play there by Webb. Sloan, he still comes out with it. Now Peter Koski's got it. He's going to dish it back to Sloan. That comes out to Beach. Beach now, trying to get a shot. Got poked away. Beach throws it back to the corner. Peter Koski now has it behind the net. Looking for a pass. Peter Koski's going to spin it. Go behind the net again. Try to throw one in front. Off the back of the net. That comes out. Eddie Homewood now along the boards. Going to play that. Throw it back down. Gets kept in by Beach now at Homewood's feet. Homewood's going to throw it back down to the corner. They're calling for icing here. Nice forechecking pursuit by Beach, forcing the issue. Homewood's got it now, or Fort's got it now. Fort's going to take that to the side. He's going to push through. He's got an opportunity for a possible pass. That gets poked away. And now icing the puck now, if it gets there, is Sylvania. So, just over 13 seconds left here in the second, all tied up. Offensive zone faceoff. Time for a last charge here at the end of the period. Hopefully, Trojans capitalize on this faceoff positioning. George Homewood takes faceoff for the Trojans. Sent out there to the corner. Eddie Homewood, nice effort there. George has now tried to turn it back, got knocked out of the zone. And that's going to be the end of the second period. So all square here after two. Teams one more time. Meet at the bench, talk about it, switch sides. Join us back for an exciting third period. Welcome back to the start of the third period. Mason Cooper here. Take face off. He'll have Ben Grace, George Homewood with him. Eddie Homewood. Henry Ford out on defense. He aced in goal. Puck is dropped. Let's do that hockey. Sent back to the corner by Sylvania. Eddie Homewood back there now. He's going to flip that up to Mason Cooper. Mason Cooper's going to get that opposite side of the ice to George Homewood. Off the board's a little tricky there. Hard to handle, so Sylvania collects. Comes back in, fires a shot. Goes wide, clips the outside of the post. Now collected by, in the corner by Homewood. And now Grace comes out with it. Grace is going to push through the defender. He's going to take it to the outside. And look for a spot. Pass that to the middle. George Homewood, tried to turn and take a shot. Rolled off his skate. Now Mason Cooper back there too. Eddie Homewood along the boards. Edges him out. Now Cooper gets that up the board, or up the side to Grace, but just evades his stick. Eddie Homewood going for it. That bounces over his stick. He plays it up the boards. Nice stick lift there by Grace. Grace chips that back, but it stays in the zone. But Cooper's there now. He's going to try to turn. He's got two guys going with him. He's going to clip it through and skate through a couple people. He's going to get close. Fire a shot. Just goes wide. In the corner with it. Homewood gets it back to Nichols. That bounces over his stick, collected by player. A nice edge out there by Webb Sloan, who then takes the reverse route, plays it off the boards. He's still got it. He's leading the charge now. 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. Sloan fakes the shot. Gets that out to Nichols up top. Nichols fires a shot. Oh, that hits the defender. Sloan there, though. He's going to chip it back down into the corner. Mason Cooper now hits the break, spins. Oh, tried to get that out to Peter Kowski. Peter Kowski fell. Nichols is racing. He's got one on his back here. He's going to power through, skate through. He's got Archer up top. Archer now with a little bit of a break. He's going to try to fight through. He leaves. He's still got the puck. He's going to get that out to Nichols. Oh, that just slides under his stick. Go down the length of the ice as Sloan races back to get this one. Reversed over to Nichols. Along the boards, Nichols has some room now. He's going to go cross ice, find Peter Kowski. Peter Kowski's going to try to chip that in. He does, as he tries to fight through the defense there. Now Peter Kowski stays with it. Sylvania reversing. Nichols bounces that forward, gets it into the zone. Now Peter Kowski chips it forward even more. Now fighting for it is Columbus, or the Trojans, but Sylvania comes out with it now. Nice job there by Archer. Puck still loose. Archer came back on the back check there. Getting that up and tipping it forward. And Sloan reversing, firing, score! Coast to coast, Webb Sloan! Does get his Brody Nelson play here for the goal. Put your Trojans up 2-1 here with 9:43 left in the third. That was a gritty play. Now Burkhardt out to take the face off for the Trojans. Chafe and Schwab out there, Fort and Teagarden back on defense. Burkhardt tried to push that forward. Now reversed by Schwab through neutral ice. Collecting on it is Sylvania. Nice job there by Fort, getting a stick in the way, gets it up to Schwab. Schwab now tried to kick that out of the zone, but now Teagarden surveying options. Gets that up the boards to Chafe. Chafe now chips it out of the zone. Burkhardt there on pursuit, causing problems, chips that away. Collected by Sylvania. Now back out there, Teagarden's up there. Teagarden's going to try to skate through a couple people. Now Shafe's got it. He's tried to get it up the boards to Burkhardt. Now Teagarden knocks it out, so it's not in the zone. Now we're going to have an offside. So neutral zone face-off. And Cooper, Homewood, and Grace will come out with Homewood taking the face-off here. Nope, Cooper's going to take the face-off. Now that's kicked out. Ben Grace racing for it. He's first man there. He's going to take it into the zone. He's going to take it to the outside. Gets poked away by Sylvania. But then Grace is there as it gets poked again. He fires a shot. Leg pad save. Grace still staying with it though, battling behind the net. Good awareness there by Grace. Hanging with that play. That comes out to George Homewood on the poke check. He's going to fire a shot. Stick in the way, but still got to the goal. Goalie had to make a save on it. And then held up by Cooper along the boards as they try to clear. Now Cooper's got it. He's got Grace in the middle. Oh! Just poked away. Oh, and we're going to have a penalty as Fort reached out to poke check and then extended those arms. So Ford will go to the box for a minute 30. And we'll get a look at the Trojan PK here with 8:15 left in the third. Your Trojans up 2-1 currently. Puck is dropped. Mason Cooper on that face-off. Oh, and that's picked off by Ben Grace. He's got a man to beat. Puck gets poked away, but Grace staying with it. Held in at the line by Nichols. Nichols now has it. He's going to fire a shot. Oh, that bounced in front. Goaltender got a leg pad on it. Almost deflected by his own defenseman into the net. Now leading the charge. And a nice block there by Ricky Nichols, who stood his ground. And now Mason Cooper comes out with it. He's going to try to split a few guys. He's going to go to the outside, fire a shot on net. Save made. Slap shot by the defense to clear the zone. Hits his own player in the ankle. And now Cooper with a nice play to edge under the guy. He's going to get that across center ice. Dump that in and go for a change as Archer is out there on the forecheck now. Archer now trying to poke that away. That gets dumped into the zone. Teagarden back there. He'll spin. He'll find a little bit of room. He'll get it up to Archer along the boards. Try to tip that forward. Avoid the icing. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Nichols has it now along the boards. He's going to send that back to the corner. We're going to probably have a penalty, and we do.
Job!
For some contact, so now the Trojans will go on a power play as there was no attempt to play the puck. And he just went right for the player, so number 44, Barker. I hate that Bob Barker going in the box. Happy Gilmore reference there for those of you at home. Price is wrong as the Trojans go on a power play here with 6:42 left. Ooh, shot from the side by Mason Beach off the glove. Now trying to hold that up are the Trojans. Tipped aside. Nice work there. Eddie Homewood now looking to play that down to the corner. Trying to find Peter Koski. Peter Koski comes out with it. He's got Archer there at the top in the slot. Archer walks it in, fires a shot, tipped in front. Oh, almost.
Good job, Ryan.
As Ryland was there, tried to put the rebound in. Good effort by the Trojans. Now Archer to take the face off. Peter Koski and Beach out there with him. Fort and Sloan. Archer gets that, tried to move it towards the center, got a shot off through that. Archer still has it. He's going to turn and spin. Evade a player. Trying to find Peter Koski in the middle. Pass just a little too far. Cross ice pass from Fort to Sloan as they reset. Over to Peter Koski, just a little too hard off his stick. Peter Koski's going to wing that along the boards in deep as they pursue on the dump and chase. Beach over there, nice effort by Beach. Sloan tried to hold that up at the line. And now cross ice pass by the Maple Leafs as they come in on sides, but nice poke check, collapsing defense. Peter Koski has it, plays it against the boards. He's got it now. Beach is with him and Sloan. Sloan drops back on defense. That goes off to Fort. Fort tried to make a play on it, make a spin, got poked away. Shot, glove save, yes. 7 seconds left here on the penalty, or on the power play. Burkhardt comes out to take the face off. He'll have Schwab and Schaaf with him. Burkhardt tried to rip that back. That got caught in the skates of the ref. Still loose in front. Shot from the point. Great save by Yace. Saw it through the traffic. Now it's collected by Sloan. Sloan flips that up over the boards as it gets across center ice or over the line. Centering pass. Burkhardt there trying to get something on it just behind the net though. Players tripping over each other. Burkhardt plays that behind the net. Sylvania comes out with it, and they're going to send that down the length of the ice, and that should be an icing, and it is. Penalty expired. So now 5 on 5. But Burkhardt take this face off for the Trojans in the offensive zone. Puck is dropped. Burkhardt ties that up, gets that over to Schaaf. Trying to get a backhand off. Hit a couple sticks. Nichols comes up to jump that one. Stays in. And now Schaaf over there knocking it in as well. That's Lusso collected by Sylvania as they're charging in. Nice stick work there by Teagarden to knock that away. Sylvania now has it. Teagarden there just causing all sorts of problems. And now Burkhardt there in the corner. Centering pass goes behind the net for Sylvania. Schaaf has it now. Schaaf's going to play that up the boards. Try to get it to Nichols. Now trying to get this out. Burkhardt comes up to make a play. Pokes that away. Now at the top of the zone. Sent back in. Teagarden has it now. Teagarden's going to play that along the boards to Schwab. Schwab's going to chip that out. And they're going to play on. Schwab's going to pursue. Fresh legs out there. Cooper comes out. Hank Schwab's got it now behind the net. He's going to spin again the other way. Gets that out to the middle. Mason Cooper there. Oh, shot goes off a shin pad of the defender. Great play there by Hank Schwab. Now kept in by Nichols. Nichols now has it against the boards. Knocked away. Mason Cooper now trying to collect. Harrison Schaaf throws one. Or that was George Homewood. George Homewood got a stick in the way. Poked that away. So Schaaf could get a shot. So Homewood, Cooper out there. Grace coming off the bench now too. Fresh legs for the Trojans. Grace going to try to pop up and get this. Nice job with the stick there by Grace. Knocks that out of the air, dumps it down into the zone. Plays it along the boards. Cooper's got to try to get that to the center. Or that was Homewood, rather. Sorry. Tried to get it to Cooper. Teagarden with a nice play along the boards. Now Homewood gets that up to Grace. Grace chips it forward. He's got it now in the corner. Gets that back to Homewood. Homewood fires a shot. That goes across the crease. Outstretched hand. Now Cooper collects it. He reverses. Bouncing puck. He's trying to get around the defender. He's getting held up along the boards there. Grace is back there now. Gets it over to Cooper. Centering pass. Knocked away. Held out by Nichols. Nichols throws one in front. Loose. Oh, chipped. And just to the outside as George Homewood was there battling. Now Ben Grace is too. Grace now trying to get it. He got destroyed. No call. We do have a hand up, though, so we're going to have a check. As the alternate captain. Nope, not the alternate, but another player, sorry. Number 59 goes in the box for the Maple Leafs. So with 2:20 left here, we'll have a Trojan power play. River Archer take the face off for the Trojans. He'll have Beach and Peter Koski out there with him. Fort and Sloan back on defense. So Archer ties that up in the middle. That's kicked out of the zone though. Flip backhand by Sloan back into the zone. Collected by Columbus. Nice stick work there by Peter Koski. He comes out with the puck. He's going to dump that down deep into the zone. Beach there in pursuit. Puck lost along the boards by Sylvania. Coming back out. Sloan's going to jump down and get it. Oh, that jumps over his stick. Archer there now. Pokes that away. One player for Sylvania. Nice job there on the back check by Sloan. That comes out. Sloan's trying to get to his feet, poke that up, but we got an offsides. Some of the Green Machine fans don't like it, but it wasn't offsides. So we got 52 seconds left in the power play for the Trojans. George Homewood takes the face-off, gets that over to Rylan Peterkoski, gets that back to Fort. Tried to knock that along the boards. Homewood battling for it. Fort, nice play at the line there. Peterkoski has it now. Peterkoski, nice flip pass out to Archer. Archer tries to go with it. He gets it up to Homewood. Homewood's trying to beat a man. That gets poked away. Long stick there by the defender. But then Sloan jumps up into the play, but just loses the puck. So that comes out, and Cooper's got it. Now flip pass along the boards to George Homewood, just bounced too hard. In the skates, Homewood had a nice stick lift there. Now we're going to have a tripping penalty on Sloan, it looks like.
Let's go. Get it out.
So penalty expired to Columbus, or to Sylvania. Sorry, we played Columbus yesterday. But Trojans will end the game here on a penalty kill. .49 seconds left in the game. Out to take face-off is Cooper.
Step up.
That goes out to the front, chips high on that shot. Empty net by Columbus. Trying to flip that forward, kept out of the zone, and we've got a penalty by Columbus now. So Sylvania no longer empty net for the face-off at least. Puck is dropped. Mason Cooper has it, tips it to the side. He's got it. Tried to bring it forward, tipped away. Nice job there by Fort on the poke check. Fort trying to tie him up in the corner there. Mason Cooper's going to grab this. He's going to try to evade people. He's going to throw one down there. It's out of the zone, so they have to reset. Under 5 seconds left. Nice pursuit there by Ben Grace. He gets us out of the zone. He does. That's the end of the game, and your Trojans win this one 2-1. Last home game of the season with a W. Hard-fought game by the Trojans. Good effort. So it's a great day for Trojan hockey, a great day for USA hockey. Great week as we round out the weekend with 2 ties and a win against some tough competition. So undefeated through the weekend, where we want to be at going into tournaments here coming up. So look forward to upcoming league tournaments here in the upcoming weeks, and then we'll be at Menor as well. First weekend in March for the Ice of March tournament. We'll be broadcasting all those games, so come join us for these end of the season tournament games. Thank you very much for watching.